Hi, this is GAF, and in this video I'm going to show you the nightlife at UIUC. How are all these more than 40,000 students having fun every single night? I'm going to show you the best things to do in this place. I've been here only for 2 months, so probably I haven't experienced every single moment and event. If you are a senior student, if you are a more experienced student, and if you want to add something more, please add it in the comments and everybody can just learn something new, I guess. Thank you. I'm gonna talk about 3 things that usually most of college students do, which are house parties, barn dances, and bars. So let's start with house parties. House parties can be very different. They can go from very small birthday parties, like if I organize a house party, to massive fraternities house party for Halloween. So they can vary a lot. Usually parties start around 10 p.m. and they finish around 2 a.m. It depends on the party. Some party can last longer, some party can last less, and some parties can just be sort of pre-games. They usually are in houses or apartments on campus, so students can easily go there. The music, it depends on the party, but if you talk about fraternities parties, there is usually those kind of hip-hop, rapper songs, and people start twerking, and you can see different things on the party, and it gets very crazy sometimes. In terms of alcohol, it could be bring your own booze, but if you go to fraternities, usually they provide alcohol, which is, for me, is actually crazy. And the 2 most common things are jungle juice and beers. In this case, it's probably gonna be the cheapest one, which is Natural Light. It does the job. It's not the best beer, but it does the job. And jungle juice is something that I still need to understand how it is made. It could be a mixture of vodka, sweetie stuff. It's like a mixed drink. But it makes you dizzy, so it's fine. And people at this party, they usually dance, they can have a chat, they can have conversations, they can meet new people, or they can usually play all those kind of different alcoholic games, from the most classic beer pong to stack, to all such crazy games that will make you drink. If you want to drink at parties, you're always gonna find a way to drink. It doesn't matter if you're underage. Alcohol is always there. In terms of outfit, it depends on the parties. Some parties are themed parties, so you should dress up for the occasions. An example would be the Halloween party. You need to bring a costume with you, you need to be a character or whatever you want, because it's pretty cool to be all together with a particular costumes. I love these ideas. Last time at the Halloween party, I was actually a hippie, and it was fun. It was very fun.
Going to a party, going to Halloween.
How to get in? Usually you should have an invitation. I mean, you shouldn't crash into other parties, but I'm just saying, if you are a girl, you can basically go wherever you like. Usually fraternities, they open the doors to girls, but when it happens that you are a boy like me, it gets a little bit tricky, man. You cannot just pop up and say, hey, what's up? No, it's not gonna work. You probably need to bring more girls, or maybe some alcohol. And maybe you might have a chance to get in. But, I mean, there are so many parties usually that it doesn't matter. You can just go to another one. Overall, I love house parties. I think it's one of the best places to meet new people. It could be girls, it could be boys, whoever you are into. And it's also a nice place to have like some drinks, chats, and just dance. When there is like Latin vibes, like Despacito, wow. So now let's talk about barn dances. Those kind of events when you need to dress up as a cowboy, I would say, as country as you can, are probably the most American things I've been to. And yeah, flannel shirts, jeans, boots, whatever you like, just to make you as American as possible. and it's all about bar dance. And you stay in a bar and you dance with all your friends. I only have been to one, so I can only give you a rough idea how it's like and how it's the atmosphere over there. Usually they start around 8, 7 p.m. and then they finish around 11 or 10 because people then go to bars. And they are not situated in near campus, they are outside town. Whoever is organizing will have also some school buses, and after pre-gaming at some place, everybody's gonna get onto the buses and then go over to the barn dance. Most of the time people are very, very fucked up. I would say hammered. And on the bus you can see different things going on. It's pretty fun. Over there you can also get alcohol. There is usually a sort of a bar when sometimes they check, sometimes they don't check for IDs, and they can serve you mixed drinks or some beers or whatever you fancy. And there could be some food. At the one I've been to, there was some pizza from Papa John's, which I really appreciated. Even if it's not the best pizza ever, it's still food. And sometimes you are always hungry when you are, especially when you are a little bit drunk. And music, don't really care if you don't know all the country music, because there's gonna be a lot, but everybody's gonna be welcome and is gonna try to make you dance. At least that's what happened to me. 50% was, I would say, country music, and the other 50% were popular songs of even like old musics. And I actually like that because many people were dancing, and there is all this atmosphere of lights and posters and hay is everywhere. It's kind of cool in a way. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, usually if you wanted to get to a barn dance, there are registered organizations that usually plan these kind of things, or fraternities, sororities. Usually it's around $10 to get there for the bus tickets, but rather than that, it's a very worth experience. It's just very sad that there are not as many barn dances as you would like to. I only been to one because I didn't actually have the opportunity to go to more. You have to know so many organizations. So barn dances are a great place to just go there, sing along and dance with all these countries and popular hits, all Americans for sure. And you can also enjoy some drinks, have a chat, and relax maybe around the bonfire. And it's just gonna be those like 2 or 3 hours. And most of people are very, very, very drunk, but that's another thing. But and then you can just leave that place, and if you want, you can go to bars. There are 2 different types of bars at UIUC, from my perspective. The first one is the classic pub, I would say, sort of Irish in a way. You go there, you have a beer, a very nice beer maybe with your friends, you just have a chat, you play some pool or whatever games you want to play at the classic bars. There might be karaoke for one night, there might be a trivia night, and you know, classic things of a bar. And then there is this second type of bars. Those bars that after a time, around let's say 10 p.m., they turn the lights off, they put some loud music, and people start dancing. And they become like clubs. So these bars are, oh, I'm trying to be a club bars. And it's unique to America. I never seen anything like that. So in this video, I'm just gonna focus on this kind of bars slash clubs, because for me are the probably craziest place to be. They usually start putting loud music around 10 p.m. and all of them, they can go up to 2 a.m. There is no bar that can go over 2 a.m. I repeat this because for me it was absolutely crazy. 2 a.m. for me is very early, but here in UIUC, everything closes at 2 a.m. Probably the only thing that doesn't close at 2 a.m. are the house parties. So these bars slash clubs, they have classic drinks and beers, so you can get classic alcohol. They call them well drinks. So a well is a kind of mixed drinks, like Coke and Rum for example, and sometimes at some bars are very, very cheap. I will give an example. every Thursdays at Brothers, these wells are only $1. And that's fucking cheap. I mean, you can easily get so many of them, and wow, woo, enjoy your night, I would say. Talking about days, every day usually in each bar there is a promotion. So people tend to go where the promotion is. And as I said before, Thursday night there is $1 wells, and that's probably a very nice thing that you can go and check it out at Brothers. They start at 10 p.m. and the lines can be very, very long. Around 11, midnight, in some places, you can stay in line for half an hour or hours. So just make sure and plan ahead before you go there, how you're gonna pre-game and whatever, so you can just go there a little bit before. The reason that there are lines is because they check for IDs. So they check every single person for ID, and there usually are not many people checking for these IDs. And also you need to pay for covers, you need to pay for those maybe $5. And that takes a while because every time one person check ID, oh, are you actually this person, or is this a fake ID? Oh, come on, man, I'm that guy, come on. In terms of age, you need to be at least 19 to get into any bars around campus or on campus. I think for international people, if you bring your driving license for your country, your ID from your country, usually they don't accept it. I have to go in these bars/clubs with my passport. That's fucking annoying, but I mean, there is no other way to get in otherwise. So just an information. Music really depends on the bars. Some they might have a mixture of popular and mainstream songs of today, and also some of the past, like 90s and 80s. And others can have country music, and others can have hip hop. But overall, I think that some bars, I would say, like Red Lion, for instance, the music, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a mixture of Latin, EDM, and sometimes mainstream pop, which, I mean, you know this song, so you're just gonna go with them, you're just gonna dance, it's fun. What to do there, it's basically like a club, so there is loud music, you can dance usually, but if you wanna speak and have a better conversation, you can always go outside, and there are usually quiet areas, so you can have a chat and maybe meet other people, it's up to you. In terms of outfits, there is no requirements, you don't need to dress up, but please, don't bring your best pair of shoes. Bring one of your worst pair of shoes, because in these kind of like bars, sometimes it can get very, very sticky. The floor can be like a pool. Literally, there, you can feel the alcohol and sometimes also a smell of vomit, and it's very, very gross. And your shoes, if you go with your best shoes or whatever shoes you're gonna wear, they're gonna be sticky for at least weeks. It's so bad. So just a heads up, don't go there with your best shoes. Actually, wear the worst shoes you could possibly wear. I'm not saying every bar is like that, but be ready. Some of them can be very, very dirty. All of these bars are located around Green Street, so they are very easy to reach. You can just walk them. It depends where you live, but they're not far from anywhere. They're not far from campus. And it's very nice how they're very close to each other, and they're also close to food places. You can easily go and have some food at McDonald's, Burrito King, chicken wings, whatever you fancy. There will be a place open, hopefully until 3 a.m. and you can grab a snack, makes you feel full. And that was it. To recap, I went through 3 different types of parties and like nightlife activities. House parties, very, very good. I actually love them. Barn dances, if I can get to more of them, that would also be amazing. And those kind of bars/clubs that I personally enjoy, not all of them, but during some nights are actually pretty good. And this was our summary of the nightlife of UIUC. I hope you enjoyed the video. please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment below if you have any other feedback, if you have any sort of questions, and I will be happy to answer those questions, and I will be happy also to receive some critics, because probably I haven't covered every single thing of this massive campus. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.